On May 15, 1967, workers lowering a drill into a construction shaft beneath central Moscow noticed something unusual. The drill bit vanished into empty space. Not soft soil, not groundwater, a void. Beneath one of the most heavily monitored cities on Earth, there was a hidden tunnel nobody expected to find. At first, engineers assumed it was an abandoned utility passage. Moscow is filled with them, steam pipes, sewers, service corridors, but the maps didn't match. The tunnel ran deeper, older, and in a direction that made little sense. This is the story of the secret network beneath Moscow. The Moscow Metro opened in 1935. Publicly, it was a transportation system. Privately, it was something more. Soviet planners viewed infrastructure as a weapon. Every station was designed with war in mind. Deep platforms doubled as bomb shelters. Massive steel blast doors could seal entire sections. Ventilation systems were built to operate during chemical attacks. For most citizens, that was the end of the story. But rumors never stopped. Throughout the Cold War, workers occasionally reported tunnels that didn't appear on official diagrams. Train operators described branching tracks that vanished into darkness. Maintenance crews found locked steel gates where no gates were supposed to exist. Most of these stories were impossible to verify. Then, the Soviet Union collapsed. In the early 1990s, former government officials, engineers, and military personnel began speaking more openly. A strange pattern emerged. Different people described the same thing. Not a hidden station, not a forgotten tunnel, an entirely separate underground network. The alleged system became known as Metro 2. According to multiple accounts, Metro 2 ran parallel to the public metro, but at far greater depths. Some reports placed sections more than 650 feet below the surface. The tunnels were supposedly large enough for military trains and specialized vehicles. Unlike the public network, the routes connected strategic government facilities rather than residential districts. One alleged line linked the Kremlin to military command centers outside the city. Another reportedly connected intelligence headquarters, secure communications facilities, and emergency bunkers. If true, the network served a single purpose: survival. Soviet planners expected nuclear war. Not hoped for it, expected it. Entire government departments studied how to continue operating after a first strike. If Moscow were attacked, senior officials would need protected routes to command centers capable of directing military forces. A hidden transportation system solved that problem, but evidence remained frustratingly scarce. Satellite imagery couldn't see underground. Official records were classified. Construction crews worked in secrecy. Many projects were compartmentalized, so workers only understood small pieces of a larger system. Then came scattered clues. Researchers studying Soviet archives discovered references to deep-level facilities beyond the public metro. Former officials occasionally acknowledged underground structures without explaining their purpose. Some journalists obtained accounts from people who claimed to have worked on classified transportation projects. None provided a complete picture. Yet, the stories continued matching in surprising ways. The proposed routes often pointed toward the same locations. One destination appeared repeatedly: the district of Ramenki. According to persistent reports, a massive underground complex existed beneath the area. Some descriptions portrayed it as a bunker city capable of sheltering thousands of people. Others claimed it contained command facilities, living quarters, power systems, and independent water supplies. No government source confirmed these claims. No government source fully denied them either. That ambiguity only fueled speculation. As the years passed, Moscow continued expanding above ground. New roads appeared, new buildings rose, new metro stations opened, yet attention occasionally returned below the city. Urban explorers became fascinated by underground Moscow. Some searched drainage systems, others explored abandoned utility tunnels. A few claimed to have encountered heavily secured areas guarded by armed personnel. Stories circulated of reinforced doors, surveillance systems, and warning signs placed far from public infrastructure. Separating fact from fiction proved nearly impossible. Urban exploration communities are notorious for exaggeration. Rumors spread quickly. Stories grow larger with every retelling. A locked maintenance corridor becomes a secret bunker. A restricted utility tunnel becomes evidence of a hidden railway. But not every claim was easy to dismiss. In 2006, Russian officials publicly discussed expanding protected government infrastructure during periods of national emergency. Separate reports described modernization projects connected to strategic facilities beneath Moscow. While details remained classified, they suggested that underground networks continued to play an important role in state planning. The concept itself was hardly unusual. Governments around the world built secret facilities during the Cold War. The United States created continuity of government bunkers. Britain developed protected command centers. China invested heavily in underground infrastructure. The Soviet Union had every incentive to do the same. The real mystery wasn't whether underground facilities existed, it was how extensive they were. Some researchers believe Metro 2 is smaller than legend suggests, a handful of tunnels connecting key government sites. Others argue the network is far larger, a hidden transportation system developed over decades and continuously upgraded in secret. Without official access, neither theory can be proven. Even today, construction workers occasionally uncover forgotten chambers, sealed corridors, and undocumented passages beneath Moscow. Most turn out to be ordinary infrastructure. Some do not. The city above remains busy. Millions ride the public metro every day. Trains arrive, doors open, platforms fill. Far below those commuters, beyond maps available to the public, another network may still exist. And if it does, the most important question was never where the tunnels lead. It's who they're waiting for.